Hey, how y'all doing on today? Y'all good? Pushing through? I'm tickled. Dang, wow, let me stop. Everybody, I'm a goofball. It might be God, like God on me, and it just give me this joy, and I just be like, hee hee hee. Everybody walking around mad at the world, no walking around sniggling and giggling. People think something wrong with me for laughing. I'm like, I can't laugh. But I gotta walk around mad out here because y'all mad out here. So, smile talking, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. Wherever this conversation go, that's where we gonna go with it. I did have a dream, but it ain't really too much, like nothing that just stand out or nothing that just I can just remember, like zoom in on. It was kind of vague. So I speak on my mama. So my mama, she going through what she going through. She still going through like her little process and stuff. She still doing all this. And so during this time, it was a disagreement. It was a disagreement with me and my siblings. And so out of anger, I just started going off and speaking what thus said the Lord, dealing with my mama. Don't nobody want to hear it, but thus said the Lord. This is what's going to go down with her. This was a while back I did this. So my siblings, because everybody's dealing with all this in their own way. And so I do understand it. Like, I do understand that everybody is going to be dealing with all of what's going on with my mama in their own way. And so God had been kind of me dealing with my mama. Just like he kind of me dealing with my daddy. God been kind before my daddy died. God been kind to me and told me he was taking my daddy. Like I give it roughly like 5 years. Like God had been kind to me about my daddy. Every time I see my dad in the dream, he was dead. I ain't never tell him this. But just the same, my daddy made it known that if God gave him the opportunity to go, he was gonna go. Like my daddy made this known. So I walk around and I still, do my routine with him. Hey, stop by, how you doing? But he ain't here. He ain't here. But I'm still going through the motion. But once God makes that final decision, that's what it is. So I can remember one time, I don't know, I'm like, God, how you do this? Like, if God know I'm going to meet somebody, or God has set it up for me to meet these people, he'll throw me in a dream, dealing with them, then I'll be like, okay, and then boom, I'm talking to them, and I'm like, oh, I had a dream about you. So it's like, I know I'm outside of time, y'all. I'm interdimensional. I'm outside of time most of the time, so I don't even know what time it is. Maybe that's why I'm aging backwards, because I ain't in time no way. I'm very rarely in the midst of time. I stay outside of time. You don't age outside of time. That's where I be at. So, when my daddy, like closely before he died, I had a dream about him. And after blue, I said, I'm going to stop and see my daddy today. But before I even had the dream, I was like, I'm going to stop and see my daddy. Then I lay down. Then I had this dream. So when I go and finally see my daddy, I'm like, I had a dream about you. So I started telling him the dream. My daddy, he got the same gift I got. He prophetic like me. So I'll be walking through the house saying I drink this, and he'll be walking through saying he had the same exact dream, but his dream be more extensive because I cut the dreams off. Like I'll be like for instance, for example, y'all, because I don't want to drift away. God, I don't want to drift anywhere. I'm telling God I don't want to drift off. But for example, if this dude, I told you he had innocent blood on his hands. He kind of my daddy. He kind of me first. I want to receive the message, so he went to my daddy in the dream. My daddy received the message, then gave me the message. And now you see me, even now, still telling y'all this message. Do not go to hell. You do not want to go to this place. This is all what this person was saying. And I give y'all the same message that my daddy received, that he told me that I never would receive in his dream. I rejected the dream, God. I rejected the message. I'm talking to God right now, y'all. God, I rejected that message. When that dude came to me in the dream and said he had a message, and I said, no, I do not want to know what you got to say. How did my free will how did this override my free will? Because then, boom, my daddy. He done went to my daddy. I brung up the dude, and I brung up the dream. I brung up everything they had. My dad said, that dude came to me in the dream too. He said he had a message. He told me the message. Then my daddy gave me the message. Like, God, no. God, I was tricked. My free will, I already said I ain't want to know. I'm having a casual conversation with my daddy, not even knowing my daddy even finna tell me what the message was. Then my daddy tell me what this message is. And this message is living on now, because when I do these videos, I'm telling y'all the warning that this man tried to send to me in a dream, that he sent to my dad in a dream, that my daddy told me in a dream unknowingly. That you do not want to go to hell. Stay away from this place. It is real. So I'm telling y'all the message that he gave, because the message is still living on now, and that dude is in hell somewhere, because he had innocent blood on his hands, because he unalive a child in this process. Okay, y'all. So me and my daddy, our dreams would align with each other. And so I had a dream. I say, I'm going to go see my daddy. So I go see my daddy. God throw me in his vision. I'm like, yeah, I had a dream about you. You don't want to hear me coming up on you talking about something. I had a dream about you. I'm going to tell you this right now. You don't want me walking up on you saying, I had a dream about you. But I went to my daddy, which this is not the first time they did this. If my dad was disobedient or running from God, God would put me in the mix. God will put me in it at that point. That's why I said when God put me in it, sometimes I come a certain kind of way, because I already know the resistance of what you got going on with God for God to even have to put me in it. So if you got some resistance, you ain't trying to listen to what God talking about, he finna throw me in it. And then you think I'm finna walk around here being judged because I was disobedient, because I wouldn't deliver the message that you refused to listen to him directly. Like, you think I'm finna get in the crossfire, you and God in this mix? Not I. Not I. So you gonna know everything going on, whether you want to hear it or not. And then, boom, I can push on about my way. Because your blood not finna be on my hands in this process. So when God throw me in it, you think I'm finna have your blood and I got to answer to you? Because you don't want to hear the word and God came to me because you been avoiding him. So he put me in the mix. So I'm going to have a stank attitude by this point. Like, if all this going on and you throw me in some stuff I ain't trying to be in, because I ain't trying to answer to God, I'm going to have a real stank attitude when I'm delivering this message to you. Because why God had to put me in this? I ain't finna answer to God. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to answer to you before I answer to God in this process. I fear nobody but God in this process. I don't care who you is. So, when God put me in something, knowing somebody running from something, at this point, my dad was probably running from something. and this getting close to the point where God is finally going to take him. So, I had this dream. Then I tell my dad dream, like, so I tell him dream. And so when I tell him dream, he was like, but Sheena, what it mean, Sheena? Sheena, what it mean? So he started asking me what it mean. And I told him. I'm like, you got the same gift as me. You know exactly what this means. God coded the message. He don't want me to know everything going on. It's coded. He blocked it. I said, but you know exactly everything going on. You know exactly what it means. That's what I told my daddy. Because he know. But he trying to see how much I know. But you ain't going to know how much I know. Because I ain't going to let you know how much I really know out here. So, I had to deliver that message. Because before I even supposed to be seeing them, God threw me in the dream dealing with them. So I'm like, okay, I got a message to deliver. Okay, Daddy, here you go. I dreamed about you. You had to see me coming if God sending me on the sign because you being disobedient. I'm going to tell you that much now. So I delivered the message to my dad. And so time go on. And God finally decided to take my daddy. When God decided to take my daddy, he kept on his deathbed. My mom and my daddy was together. They were the only two together. My daddy was going in and out. God would not take my dad with my mama in the room. So my daddy, he would be out of it when my mama would walk out the room. And then my mama walk back in the room, my daddy would be alive again. So my daddy was going in and out of consciousness because God would not take my daddy with my mama right there. So while God is trying to take my daddy, my mama presence was keeping my daddy here. And so my daddy finally told my mama, let me go. And so my mama said she walked out the room. And when she walked out the room, that's when she walked back, he was dead. But in this process, while he going in and out and going through this, she said he kept calling my name. And he kept saying, Shayna, Shayna, Shayna. And he kept telling her, you need to live with Shayna. And he said a lot of other stuff dealing with Shayna. So my mom, she finally said a little bit about a little bit. And, we was like, so what happened, when he died? But I think it might have been over traumatic for her to even talk about. So every time we would ask her, what did he like me? I'm spell like what he say, like what he telling you about me, and then she'll just go into this, and you couldn't get nothing out of her. The only thing she kept saying is, before he died, he kept telling me I need to live with Shayna. This is what he keep telling me, and he says other stuff too, and so. And so in this whole process, cause these mosquitoes, I'm like, how y'all come out and in broad daylight like this? So I gotta let one window up. I'm gonna leave the other side down. I see them on this side. I don't see the mosquitoes on this side. So in this process, he kept telling her, you need to live with Shayna. This is one of the things he said. He said some other stuff too. And so every time I'm like, shoot, it might be something that I really need to know. And my mama would not tell me what he said. Like, she just would not tell me, like, the details and depth of what he talking about. I'm like, even if you don't understand what he was saying when he kept saying Shayna, tell me what he said, because it's probably coded. And when you tell me, I know exactly what he talking about. And I can't get her to, it ain't nothing I can do to get her to talk about what he said on his deathbed when he kept talking about me. The only thing she keeps saying is, he told me I need to live with you. And so, time go on. So now my mama, she going through what she going through. So with my mama going through what she going through in this process, God has already kind of me and told me that he's finna take my mama. He been kind of told me this. So she's just going through the process right now, but this is what God has already told me. So when God had told me this, my siblings made me mad, and thus said the Lord. God taking her anyway. God said he gonna take her when ain't nobody even, when y'all least expect her to go, is God said this when he taking her. This is what I'm telling you. When you text message, when you thump back up. So my siblings, they kind of got on my bad side. And when they got on my bad side, thus said the Lord. God said he already taken the decision already made. He said when y'all least expect is when she gonna go. I wouldn't have never told them this if they didn't make me mad. Time go on. The last dream I had, my mama has already decided that she's ready to go. This is what I dreamed. She had all the other dreams, my mama fighting to stay. So in the other video, when I'm telling you my daddy pulling on my mama, the spirit of my daddy keep pulling on my mama, she was fighting to stay in those visions. But the last vision I had with my mama, she finally tired of fighting now. Like, she's just tired of fighting. And so I had this dream way back. Way back. So in the midst of all this, one of my siblings texted me, one of my sisters texted me and said, hey, I'm just letting you know, our mom, she decided that she's refusing all treatments. She's not doing nothing. She's not dealing with nothing, doctor, nothing. This is what they texted me. Like, everything I said. So now, it's all manifesting. And now my mama, she has finally said that she's refusing all treatment. She like, no more treatment for me. I'm exercising my patience rights. And I'm refusing all treatments. This is what my mama... So they tell me that she refused all treatments thus forward. So I stopped by and I see my mama. So yesterday I go see my mama. I sit with my mama, you know. And so in this process, you know, my mama, she just was talking about, like, she ain't just been able to eat. Like, she just been like, I ain't been able to eat. Like, this is what she just telling me when I pull up. So when I pull up and I see her, she just talking about how she ain't been eating. And then, you know, one of my sisters, because she had one of my sisters' house, she was just sitting with her. And she was saying, well, I tried to get her something to eat. She threw the food away. And so while my mama is complaining about the food, I was like, look, what you want to eat? I said, do you want Philly cheesesteak? Like, what you trying to do? What you trying to eat right now? That's why I asked her. And so when I asked her this, she like, I want me some Popeyes chicken. I was like, okay, what you want on your Popeyes? Tell me anything you want right now. So she started telling me that she wants some Popeyes chicken. So in the process of her telling me she wants Popeyes chicken, I said, y'all, I'm finna go right now. She said she wants this Popeyes chicken. I'm finna go run and get her this Popeyes chicken. I'll be right back. So I left and got her chicken, came back, you know, and she was eating. So that's a good thing. So while I'm sitting there talking to her, I was like, look, as long as you eating. I told my 2 dreams too. Because you look at my dream, you will see me speak on a dream where I'm talking about this kangaroo spirit. I said it was in the streets and I said it was in the hospital. And I told you later on in the dream, I seen my mama in the hospital with this kangaroo spirit, and we all trying to duck and dodge. I said, this spirit was really, I said, it wasn't really like detrimental, like, but I said, it's going to be a waste of your time. And I said, it's going to be an inconvenience all the way around if you come in contact with this kangaroo demon. And I seen it in the hospital. And my mom was telling me the experience she had in the hospital, which make her not want no kind of services whatsoever in this process. And so I was like, you remember my dream I talked about that kangaroo spirit in the hospital? And my mama, she was like, that's exactly what I'm dealing with right now. So if you go back to that video, you're going to see me speaking on the hospital when I'm speaking on this kangaroo demon that I seen. That was mischievous. I said it was mischievous like a monkey, but it just caused so much havoc in the hospital. I said, it's just going to be a waste of your time, and it's going to be an inconvenience all the way around dealing with this thing. I said, you got to be very strategic when you're dealing with this. And so that's why I was telling my mom, I said, remember I told you the dream? I told you got to be strategic with this thing? You got to be very strategic. Because it's gonna create a lot of problems for you. You come in, if you happen to be in contact with this thing. That's what I tell my mom. So I reminded her about the kangaroo spirit, and she said that's how she feel even when she been going to the doctor. So she just said, just like the weirdest thing, just like that. It's like mischievous, like gesture, like Jester, like that little gesture clown looking thing. Like, that's what my mom been dealing with. So she just like, she refused to everything at this point. She don't have no trust in the doctor. She ain't got no trust in nothing going on. So she just like, if there ain't no transparency, I'm done. So that's her mindset with it. But in the process of me telling her that, you know, I was just bringing up that dream. I was like, you remember my daddy? I said, remember he was like on his deathbed and he kept talking about Shayna. And he kept telling you, you need to live with me. I said, but not only did he say you need to live with me, I said he was saying some other stuff too. I'm trying to get her to leak the information that she would never leak dealing with him. She still ain't tell me. I'm trying to figure out what he was talking about. So I brought it up. I said, this might be what he talking about when he like, you need to live with Shayna. And so, I was with my mama yesterday. You know, I brought her chicken. I was just letting her know that, hey, as long as you eating and you got your appetite, I'm like, it's good. I said, once you lose your appetite and you ain't eating no more, it's going to be bad for you. I said, so make sure you eating as much as whatever you want to eat, as much as possible in this process. As long as you eating, everything is good. But once you stop eating, everything is bad. So that's what I was telling them. So I think that's all that was going on. You know, we were sitting, you know, I had put it on the church for, but it was God. The music, the stuff is on church. So we listen to church like on YouTube. So I put on TV on YouTube. Because first it was on the news. So my mama there, she's sitting there talking about all this negative stuff. She talking about the 1-year-old got shot. She talking about just everything on the news that's going on. Because that's what she watching while we sitting down. And I told my sister, now I said, take it off the news. I said, ain't nothing good on the news right now. Do not let her watch nothing dealing with the news during this time. And so in the process of us changing it off the news, because it's nothing that she's going to need to see and consume while she just watching TV. I was like, don't let her look at nothing news in this process. And then at that point, you know, it was YouTube. So then at that point, we just put it on like little Christian video. So me and my mama, we listening to one little Christian video, right? And the music, as he playing the music, all I hear is Prince, Purple Rain. So we listen to Christian music, and I was like, do you hear this? I'm like, man, this Purple Rain right here. I don't know what he talking about, but this is Purple Rain. That's what I'm telling my mama. And so she listening. And then when the Purple Rain part come on, I'm up there like, purple rain, purple rain. But he really singing Christian, but the sound and the tone, everything was Purple Rain. And then after I was like, let her know what I'm hearing, because I'm not hearing what she hearing. That's why I said God was messing with my ears. And he was telling me this is Purple Rain. It probably been a Christian song. The similarities was so close to Purple Rain. You could hum the whole Purple Rain song out. Everything was in cue with Purple Rain. So I don't know if this Christian singer was inspired by Prince. But this was Purple Rain on this too. I'm like, this Purple Rain. And so my mama, she kept listening. And I was like, you don't hear that? I'm like, you don't hear Purple Rain when you listen to this right here? At first she was like, no. And then as she was listening to it more and more, she was like, I heard it now. I'm like, this is Purple Rain part right here. Purple Rain, Purple Rain. My mama laughed so hard. I'm like, Prince inspired him. I don't know if he looked up to Prince as far as one of his musicians, like, because he, you know, do music and stuff. He a Christian artist. But Prince was all through that song. Like, the whole song was Purple Rain. In my mind, everything was Purple Rain. Like, that's how God had this playing in my subconscious, Purple Rain. And then when I started playing it out to my mama, even though he's singing about God, I'm putting Purple Rain lyrics and everything into what he's saying about God, and it's no way you can tell me that one Purple Rain. And when my mama got through listening, the way God was telling me how it was, she heard Purple Rain too. So I was just tickled about that. Y'all, I'm a goofball. But yeah, but everything good. You know, I don't know how much longer my mama got, but God has already said he has already decided. She has already decided that she is just tired of fighting. Like, she has made this decision. So I'm at peace with everything that's going on. You know, God choose to extend her life. Cool. You know, I don't know how long, because God put a freeze, you know, in the other video I told you God put a freeze on everything dealing with him. But because she has decided, and I told you a lot of people is going to be deciding that they ready to go. And God gonna honor their wishes. It's gonna be a lot of people that just tired of fighting, and God just gonna let them gonna honor these people wishes because they done did their time. They didn't put in the work. They tired of fighting. So, and then they know they going to a better place. So we'll see how everything go with it. You know, with my mama and everything going on with it, you know, we'll see how much longer God gonna give her. But God said he gonna take her when everybody least expect it, whenever that may be. Just like with my dad, when everybody least expected it. When God took my daddy. Yeah. I was talking to my auntie, and I was telling her everything. And I revealed to her what God told me. And my auntie said, that what happened to me. She like, every day I was at the hospital with my husband. Every day I was with him. She said, the first day I left and went home is the day that he died. She said, the day that I least expected it is when God took my husband. I said, God said, that's what he gonna do with my mama too. So I had got her to run down a little bit about what God was saying dealing with my mama, but I'm at peace with everything dealing with her, you know, with what she got going on, this, you know. Yeah, I'm really like in the spirit of peace, you know. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, what is it to say? I told you I feel so disconnected anyway, so I'm just like, I'm here, but I ain't here. Like, let me stop. Come me trying to explain this, y'all gonna get lost in the sauce. I'm finna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all be safe out here. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm really at peace about everything going on. You know, like I said, God, he gonna give me the rundown on people anyway. And yeah. So y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Be safe.